Suit, sunglasses, and a stance that says, "Don't even think about it, pal." These are the traits most commonly associated with bodyguards. And for good reason. These men and women are the last line of defense between a potential attacker and their target. But here's a question for you. Are bodyguards required to put their lives on the line, literally, for the person they are protecting? Certainly, they'll fight off a crazy fan or an overzealous paparazzi. But is it in their job description to die for another? Brainiacs, it is time to learn the ins and outs of being a bodyguard, from what it takes to become one, to where in the fine print it says if you gotta take a bullet for someone else. First off, let's talk about what is required of someone to become the protector of another human being. Right off the bat, bodyguards must be in incredible physical shape. So having a strict workout regimen at the gym is a must. On top of that, they have to have good eyesight and be trained in high-intensity situations. This means being able to carry out emergency plans no matter what. So not being prone to anxiety and an ability to keep a cool head are certainly in the job description. Many times, bodyguards are ex-military personnel, which, if you think about it, makes perfect sense. The training that the military receives is second to none, and after a serviceman leaves active duty, the skills they learned transfer over perfectly. If you watched our How to Become a Sniper video from a while back, we talked about how these men and women are trained to spot a potentially dangerous situation or person. Well, the same goes for bodyguards. Another skill that, while not required, certainly helps is training with firearms. It is a huge plus. And while we're at it, having a background in martial arts doesn't hurt either. Because when it comes down to it, it's the bodyguard versus whomever wants to harm the person they are protecting. So being able to land the perfect shot or perfect punch on a potential threat is part of the job. So we say, better start training now, my friend, if you are interested in this line of work. But let's get down to the more intense aspect of this career. What about these protectors being required to take a bullet for their protectee? Well, it depends on what type of bodyguard we are talking about. Many times, this is not actually required. Most bodyguards sign up to keep the paparazzi at bay, screaming fans out of the personal space of a celebrity, or act as the last line of defense for someone who maybe doesn't have the physicality to defend themselves if a dangerous situation does go down. But as you go up the ladder in terms of bodyguards, there is indeed a level where taking a bullet is part of your training and expected when you are on duty. Secret Service members are a special type of bodyguard that handle the protection of government officials, like our current and past presidents. In addition to the skills and background that we mentioned earlier, part of these elite bodyguards training is to take a bullet during a potentially fatal firefight scenario. Oh, that's right. These are the protectors who have the job description of taking a bullet for someone else. And you can bet that they are trained for it too, which includes simple, yet serious, drills that teach Secret Service men and women how to use their body as a literal shield between a perpetrator and the person they are protecting. Then, they are taught to fire back so that they can stop any more bullets from coming at the target. And this training has paid off. Most famously, Secret Serviceman Tim McCarthy, who was a bodyguard for President Reagan, jumped in front of the president during a potentially fatal assassination attempt. During the chaos, McCarthy stepped right between our president and the bullets and acted as a human shield. And his heroic act paid off as he took a bullet to the chest, which, out of the 6 that were fired, would have surely hit President Reagan. Incredibly, McCarthy made a full recovery, and now he's gone on to be the police chief for Orland Park, Illinois. He's still there to this day. If you're ever in the area, be sure to stop by and give him thanks. This is a real-life Superman. Thankfully, this is the only account of a presidential bodyguard having to step in front of a bullet to save our president. And honestly, we're very happy about that. It's a scary thing, but we're glad to know that the training of these men and women has indeed paid off, and that these elite bodyguards are ready to go in these intense and dangerous situations. So, still think your job is tough? Bet you're rethinking how intense it is to restock groceries or to keep track of weekly sales. Because we gotta say, bodyguards have it just a little bit harder because their lives are literally on the line for another person. But, lucky for them, there is career stability at the high levels. Our presidents are given protection by bodyguards for the rest of their lives. Looks like being a good conversationalist would come in handy when becoming a bodyguard as well. I mean, the rest of your life is a long time to work with someone.